Okay, all you Mac users out there, I'm sending this from my Mac, and I think I've solved kind of the problem that we've been having about the difference between Mac for Windows or Excel for Windows and Excel for Mac. So let's give this a try. So I mentioned the other day that UF Apps actually has a version of Excel that you run remotely on the server, and it is the Excel that we've been using in class. So if you can run that version of Excel during class, you can do everything that we're doing using the Excel for Windows. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to UF Apps. I Googled it and it came up, and then it takes you to this screen, and then you go to log into UF Apps, and then you click on log on. So for me, I have it automatically go to this front page in my favorites with Excel already on it. But there's several things that you might need to do before you get started. So I couldn't get it to work in the beginning. So there was a help window that popped up that says how to access UF Apps from a Mac. And it turns out that I needed to download this Citrix Workspace app for Mac. And then that came up. I downloaded it. It's a pretty big file, so you may want to do that while you're at campus. And then I restarted everything. When I did that and then went back to the UF Apps page, it worked fine. It came up to this, and then you click on Excel. You have to open the Citrix Workspace loader, and it takes a little while to start up, but once it starts up, it's pretty much fine. Pausing. So the one other thing while we're waiting on it to load is that if you set up your OneDrive, that Microsoft OneDrive for UF, you can move files back and forth like the files that we use in class. You can move files to your OneDrive, and then they're available to you in the Citrix application. I don't know why it's taking so long. In the Citrix application on the UF Apps. There it goes. So now Excel's starting up, and it's starting up exactly like you were doing it from a Windows machine. And we'll also go over the fact that the data table merge that we did works. So there's a file that I'll upload to Canvas called Tables Combine Example Citrix Excel on Mac. I have it on my OneDrive, so it appeared in my window as available. Now, for some reason, this other add-in for S&P Capital shows up. I don't know why. Don't care. Don't like it. So after you've closed out that window, now we're going to test out the data capabilities. So we go over to the Data tab. We click here, make a table from table range. My table has headers. Okay. Then we do the close and load to. Only create connection. And table 1 shows up over there. And we do it all over again. Data from table range. Oops. We'll do a separate selection of a table, the second table. From table range. Click OK, make sure the My Table Has Headers is checked. Going to close and load to, only create connection. Now we have both tables. Then we go to Data, Get Data, Combine Queries, Merge. Select Table 1. Table 2. Select user ID is what we're going to join on. Left outer join. Click OK. I'm going to expand this. Click OK. Now we can see all that other stuff in there. Close and load. And the new table shows up just like it did in class. Okay, so one last thing I want to point out is that I was able to load also the real stats file. So if you go to File, Options, Add-ins, Get Add-ins. I already loaded it on, and what I did was I put it on my OneDrive in a folder, and then I pointed it to that folder to get the real stats on there. So to open it, you should do Control M, and Control M opens the Real Statistics app if you hold Control down and click M. So that concludes this attempt to get us back on the page for all us Mac users. Please contact me if this doesn't work for you, and we'll figure something out. Thanks. Bye.